Hello there, and welcome back to episode 90 of Rule the Waves 2. I believe it's time for us to call this battle to a close, so we'll just click that OK button right there. I feel like I should apologize to you guys for cliffhangering last time, but I was just absolutely exhausted and I needed a break. Okay, so now that this fight is officially over, we can take a look at the results. So let's see. We lost a carrier. That's bad. That's real bad. We also, let's see, we also lost two heavy cruisers, one of which blew up, one of which got shot by a whole bunch of 20-inch guns, so that makes sense. We lost one light cruiser and 6 destroyers. But all of our major capital ships, aside from that carrier who shall not be named, were actually able to escape relatively intact. Okay, American battleships wise, we sank 4, heavily damaged 2, also got their battle cruiser, and we sank a fleet carrier, along with 3 light carriers. So that is a fantastic result right there, along with 7 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers, 5 destroyers. I think this is fairly safe to say that it was a British victory here. Let's take a look at some of the results here. Alright, so first things first, air combat. So we'll take a quick scroll through here. So, looks like the American air bases didn't really do a whole lot. They had a few losses, but nothing too significant. We do have our elite groups. Got 2 kills, 4 bomb hits. In fact, we got a bunch of bomb hits off of those. 4, 2, 8, 4, 10. Those things were really laying it on. That is impressive. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Medium bombers, nothing significant. Oh, those were out of Hamilton, so those way off to the south, not relevant. Okay, naval air stations, nothing significant there. Well, at least a few of our squadrons were able to survive, or were able to do damage, but they are all total losses. Ugh. Because we lost the carrier who shall not be named, we lost 3 elite squadrons, and that is painful. That is some very painful losses right there. Oh my. Okay, let's see, what else? The impermeable, hang on. Okay, impermeable got some good got a few hits there. Although we did have a lot of total losses. Got some good kills, operational, and we lost 4 of them to air combat. So that's a lot of air combat losses we took. We lost some scouts to air combat, shot down by their cap. Looks like our CVLs came away fairly clean, so that's good. And wow, we got some pretty impressive kill rates on the Fabulous here. 9 shoot downs, 4 torpedo hits. That is impressive. The Fantastic didn't do quite as well, but we still got 2 kills and 4 torpedo hits. Pretty good, pretty good. Indomitable, nothing significant. And let's see, Franklin, Bunker Hill, Antietam. And then, well, the CVLs did not do well. Okay, well, we'll close that. Let's take a look at the ship details. This is stuff that we're really looking for. Okay, so first things first, we've got the South Carolina. She took 68 heavy hits, 42 medium, 11 light. Those were probably relatively insignificant, but 68 heavy hits from... Those are all 16-inch and 17-inch hits. So that is a lot of damage right there. Okay. Let's see. How did she do overall? Yep, flooding out, as expected. Now let's see. Float plane launch delayed. Yada yada. Yep. 17-inch torpedo tubes hit. Yeah, that'll show them. Turret disabled. Turret hit. So we were not able to penetrate their armor at any sort of range. So that is noteworthy that we had to get in very close to actually deal damage. Yeah, here we go. Even at 11,000 yards, we were still bouncing off their armor. Okay, we got some belt extended stuff. Splinters in the uptakes. There we go. 11,000 yards. Engine room hit penetrated. So that's some damage right there. And another one bounced. So yeah, that is impressive. We were struggling to go through their armor, even at very close range. That is very much worth noting. And keeping in mind for our next battleship class, I am impressed with this design, and I may very well duplicate it. So we were still able to do damage. Were we able to penetrate their turrets at all? Okay, yeah, here we go. So we were able to penetrate turrets. More engine room penetrations. So I guess angle of impact matters. Although this isn't really telling us what the angle of impact was. Fire control damaged. Good. Oh, that was an 8-inch hit. Oh, there we go. Argonaut doing some good stuff. Damage that fire control, knock some of that stuff out. So yeah, she did eventually run out of fire control entirely. Let's see. Lots of 17-inch hits here. That's good. Here we've got a fire. Up to 3. Reduced down to 1. Oof. 16-inch hit. Fire spreads. Bridge damaged. And that drops her crew quality down. So she was not able to respond as effectively. Moving on. More 17-inch hits. Her engine room was positively flattened by this point. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, interesting. Fire's raging out of control. And I'm seeing a few reports about fires, but I'm seeing fire spreads, but no values. The last value that I actually saw was very, very small. Okay, fire spreads due to damage, so that doesn't give you a number. Fire spreads due to damage, again, no number. Fire's raging out of control, ship abandoned. And then afterwards, 4-inch hit knocks out fire control again. Okay, but she was already sinking at that point, so it was not relevant. Okay, then we have the Nevada. This is the one that we torpedoed. Yep, 10 torpedo hits there. Okay, quick review. Evading air attack. Shoots down some stuff. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. But these big ships, they can carry a lot of AA, so very dangerous to attack. Okay, so we damaged her rudder. Yeah, we got in close quickly. So that is significant. We got in close, we were able to do damage, we were able to penetrate her armor somewhat. But even still, she just kept on slogging along. Until we finally got in there and torpedoed her. And then, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, apparently she also got hit by the Endeavor at the same time. I wonder who gets credit, the Oak, or the Ness, or the Endeavor? Oh well, I'm not going to worry about that one too much. Alright, then we had the Colorado. How did she do? 18 heavy hits, 1 torpedo, and a bomb. Okay, torpedo hit from a plane, so not too significant. She was still doing just fine. Got that limited very quickly. Okay, and then she shot us up quite a bit. Do not like that. This is a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, we were punching armor at a more reasonable range here. Hull hit deck, failed to penetrate. Hull hit belt, went right through. Although apparently hitting the engine room and she fails to penetrate. Weird. There we go. A little bit closer, and then she punches belt at the engine room. So that slowed her down quite a bit. Limits flooding, radar disabled by own guns firing. Alright, there's the bomb hit. Turret top, turret disabled. Wow, that's not as effective as I would have expected. Okay. Alright, bulkhead ruptures, flooding increases. Okay. So she sank due to random RNG. RNGesus says, you don't make it, Colorado. Alright, the Michigan, that was the Arizona class that we got. Yep, not a whole lot to say there. She got gunned down quite effectively and then very heavily torpedoed. So let's take a quick look there. Yeah, torpedo, sinking. And then that's quite a bit of time that she spent sinking. Wow, we put a lot of extra fire into her in order to put her down. And then she finally goes down. Oh man. Alright. Then we have the Congress, which got 63 heavy hits. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow, that actually didn't take very many at all. Actually, no, that did take quite a lot. Okay, so probably about half of that was what it took to sink her. And there's a torpedo just to speed her on her way. Okay, and then here we have the carrier who shall not be named and will be officially deleted as soon as this episode is over. Okay, yeah, there's the fatal bomb hit. Fire's reduced, fire's reduced. 2 more 300-pound bomb hits. So hull hit, deck penetrated. So that didn't really help. Turret destroyed. Turret destroyed. Turret destroyed. And somehow that's enough to cause the fires to go out of control. She was so close. If only she'd actually kept moving when I told her to, she would have made it and been in port by the time those dive bombers showed up. Alright, here we have the Franklin. Let's see what happened to her. Okay, so she took a torpedo. Took a 1,000-pound bomb hit. And then... oh, hang on. Torpedo from Argus, torpedo from Argus, torpedo from Impermeable. 1,000-pound bomb hit. High speed increases flooding, and down she goes. Okay, so she was not very resistant to torpedo hits. That is good to know. Okay, now let's take a look at some of these. So we did have noticeably better accuracy on these. Juggernaut and Behemoth had about 5% accuracy each. Oh my God, the Illinois survived? I can't believe that. How did she survive? We did so much to her. Now, granted, a lot of that was 4-inch hits, because everyone else decided not to attack. That's 4 bomb hits. Okay, well, they did fail to penetrate. Well, 2 of them failed to penetrate. Okay, well, I guess that'd be it. 1,000-pound bombs are not enough to punch 5 inches of deck. Okay. Now, back to what we actually needed to see. How did we fare against those 20-inchers? I am betting it was not very well. Alright. Yeah, 20-inch punched right through at almost 20,000 yards. Right through. And that was with 15 inches of belt armor, sloped belt, the best technology we could get. Yeah, those 20-inchers are absolute beasts. Okay, so lesson learned. If we're going to deal with these guys and other juggernauts, we're going to need bigger guns. The 17-inchers were working just fine against, well, regular battleships. But against other juggernauts, you really do need those big guns. Let's see. So we were able to bounce some. I'm guessing that's due to angle of impact. And we were still taking a distressingly noticeable amount of damage from those heavy cruisers. So, while I wouldn't really call those cruisers effective, look at their loss rate. That was a lot of money and a lot of ships lost. Okay, yep, there's the aircraft catapult hit, fire started. That was very annoying, but we were able to get it under control. Okay, so that was the information that I wanted from that. Let's see, how did we do against the Pueblo? Oh, come on, here we go. So this is a very heavily armored heavy cruiser, 7-inch belt. How did we do against that? Well, we were able to disable turrets with 8-inch guns. Let's see, 16 inchers went right through. Anything else? Looks like most of the damage is done by 16 inchers and 17 inchers here. Not really seeing any of the smaller caliber hits. 5 inchers looks like mostly HE, not doing a whole lot. And then a whole bunch more wasted secondary shots. Okay, what about the Huntington? There we go, that's another Pueblo class. And this one I do know faced off against some cruisers. So here we go, 8-inch secondary battery hit, failed to penetrate. That is a lot of armor on those secondaries. Granted, they are 6-inch, but still, that's a lot. Anything else here? Okay, there's fires. I'm not really seeing a whole lot else. There's the Copahi. Let's see what we did against her. 11 medium hits. And fires raging out of control. Yep. So very first hit started fires. Fire spreads. Oh boy. That's the sort of thing that we do not like. Conflagration starts among fueled aircraft. Ouch. Okay, fires reduced, fire spread, fires reduced. Fire spreads. Bunch more hits, and then suddenly it's up to 8, 9, out of control. Okay. What happened to the Brooklyn? Okay, 2 bomb hits. Yeah, 1,000-pound bomb. And apparently that sets fires, although it's not immediately reported. But there's fire spreads, fire reduced, fire extinguished. Oh, she had trouble with flooding due to the splinters damaging the hull. Interesting. Leaks in aging structure increases flooding. Leaks in aging structure increases flooding. Was she obsolete? Huh. That is interesting. I also find it interesting that she has both 4-inch mains and 4-inch secondaries. Because why not? Okay, anything else? Not really seeing a whole lot else. Alrighty. I think that's enough battle analysis. Let's see what the rest of this turn is like. Actually, hang on. Quick review. I do want to see what the tracks were for big ships. So yeah, down around here was where a lot of their carrier forces were, and then they randomly run away. Yep, CVL San Diego and Brooklyn. Okay. Major victory, gain 2 prestige and a whole bunch of victory points, huzzah. Enemy invasion has been inverted. Huh. This is definitely worth adding to the history record. What do we want to call this engagement? The Battle of Bay of Fundy just doesn't seem quite right. I think we'll keep that name for the location, because it's a funny name there, but we're also going to add a description. Clash of the Titans. Alright. Hey, Triumphant is commissioned. 9 cruisers have finished their reconstruction. Good. Oh, the Pelicans have racked up an impressive total. Good. Enemy wants a negotiated peace. I think we can crush them. Especially now that their capital ship forces are down. Oh, and, well, I guess they did not like that at all. Hey, there's peace. Alright, let's see. Okay, well, I think for the most part, we're going to take this stuff as reparations. But I do want Guam. I suppose Eastern Aleutians is another option, but that's additional colonial requirements in an area that I really don't want. So we're going to ignore the Aleutians. And we're going to take Guam. Well, there we go. Aftermath of the war, naval budget is reduced. New fighter prototypes are available. Oh my. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so the currently in service one is higher top speed, but cruising speed is about the same. Range is shorter in almost all categories. Okay, well, the Gloucester does seem decent. A little bit less firepower, better maneuverability, toughness is the same. I'll take it. Oh, good, we get some victory points for blockading the enemy. I'll accept that. Oh, hang on, what was that? America has laid down a carrier of the Shangri-La class, and they've increased their naval budget. Whereas we went and chopped our spending by quite a bit. Seems like a good plan. Alright, let's recenter this real quick. Park that over there. Zoom that in. Okay. Wow. Despite our budget being reduced, we still have a remarkably positive balance. Well, that's good news. Okay, so we need to figure out what we're doing here. So, first things first, all sort by location. Okay, all of you in the Indian Ocean are redirecting back, hang on, to Northern Europe. Okay, all of you ships off the East Coast. Actually, no, we'll just take everything on the East Coast. And we're going to tell them to move. I know not all of them are going to, but every little bit counts. There we go. And we're going to grab this boat, and we're going to move her back as well to Northern Europe. There we go. Let's see, we've got those guys still in mothballs. Good. Anything else? We just finished up all of these Comus classes. So that freed up a huge amount of budget. And it looks like everyone else is in Northern Europe. Let's see if there's any surprises here. Okay, that guy's on active fleet, so that's fine. She's on foreign, basically covering foreign station requirements. Let's see, now these ones, the Maxtons, need to start heading back. So we'll grab those and move you back to Northern Europe. That's covering foreign stations, so that's fine. And then we can take all the ships in the Caribbean. And we'll move all of you back to Northern Europe. And everyone else is on foreign station. Okay. Scroll back up. Resort, displacement, type, okay. Review of construction, currently have 2 carriers undergoing rebuilds. Where's that last one? Here we go, we're going to rebuild that. Okay, that is set. And let's see what to do from here. Okay, we have a fat bunch of budget here, but I think we're going to have to use that to build up our cash supply for now. Okay. Well, let's move right along. Next turn. Oh, here we go. Slow fade display. Oh, interesting. Guided bomb increases air attack effectiveness. There we go. Stats Department has compiled a study of enemy aircraft losses. Let's see what we had. Okay, total enemy aircraft shot down. 73, mostly by fighters. Next highest was heavy AA, and then we had medium and light. And nothing by SAMs, because those don't exist yet. But I am looking forward to trying those out. Anything else here? Not too much. Looks like most of our ships are back home, so let's do a location sort again. Okay, East Coast, we've got more ships we can send home now. So we'll tell those to go back to Northern Europe. Huzzah. We'll take our capital ships, all of those. Yep, all of those, and we'll put those in reserve. There we go. Light cruisers. Well, they're Comus class. I'm going to mothball those for right now until we need to start filling in foreign stations again. Intrepid. Same thing, mothball that. Flora, yeah, you're on foreign stations, so that's okay. These fellows are actually they are very much due for rebuilds. So let's do that right now. Hang on. So first of all, we've got the Proserpine. Let's see, we already have Advanced Director in there. Don't really have any secondaries or much of anything else really, so we're just going to do a quick paint and patch and call it good. Yeah. Throw her in for a rebuild. Okay, so that's that. Then we need to... hang on, where'd you go? Ships in service. Okay, more Proserpine class, so we'll rebuild that. Okay, we have one last Comus class. So we'll throw that in for rebuild as well. Where did those light cruisers go? This got all manner of scattered. They were... okay, these fellows are active fleet in Northern Europe. Nope, mothball you. Wow, this is... I have no idea what happened to this sorting thing. But it is terribly disorganized. Okay, well, let's cycle this one more time. Displacement, then type. And let's see one more time. Okay, we've got these Proserpine. Rebuild you. Off you go. Okay, there's a few more Comus classes left. Still needing rebuilds. Alright, off you go. Who else do we have? The Endeavors are obsolete. So Endeavor and Enterprise, you guys did very good, but let's see about rebuilding. Okay, we've already got secondary guns and directors. Let's see, is there any weight savings we can get going from singles up to doubles? No. Well, triples takes away the dual purpose, so we don't want to do that. So I guess we'll just leave it on singles. Is there any other changes we can do? We already have that. Heavy A factor. Let's see, do we get any more benefits? No, so that's already the point of no diminishing returns. Alright, we're going to fill this up with medium A right now. There we go. With the understanding that we're going to have to take some off when our next fire control comes along. Alright. Save that. Off you go to the rebuilds. Okay, and we have one Ariadne doing fine. Andromedas are looking fine. Who else was obsolete? I know there was other stuff. Here we go. Conquest class, alright. Open these for rebuild. Already rocking the fire control we need. Excuse me. Nope, can't really do the secondary director thing, unfortunately. Not unless we ditch the secondary dual-purpose guns to begin with, which is not a good plan. Alright, well, don't see much else I can do with this, so we'll just do a simple dry docking as well. Patch those seams so we don't have those creaky old seams springing leaks again. Okay, anything else? Any other ships that need mothballing? Yes, okay. Those fellows are still traveling, but they're almost back. And we're going to put... Yeah, I think we're just going to select all of these light craft and put them in mothballs. There we go, yep. Can't have all of them, but... Oh. Elmsgarths are obsolete. Okay, this should be a quick paint and patch. So I'll save that. Yeah, that's fine. Off you go. Okay. Wow, that's not even all that expensive. And we need somebody to cover foreign stations. There we go. All okay. Yes, I know the dreadnoughts are obsolete. Actually, at this point, quick review of the almanac. Only Japan has a significant number of battleships. Or any sort of capital ships for that matter, so I think we are safe in scrapping these dreadnoughts. We still have camper downs, modern camper downs, for use against, for invasions and other such purposes. So we're going to say goodbye to the dreadnoughts. Fare thee well. Actually, looking at that, so that puts us down to 15. What sort of ships does Japan have? Nothing too significant. They are building a Karishima at 51,000 tons, but that's... I think we got that well under control. I'm not seeing any other significant capital ship investment by anyone, aside from their carriers. And they just designed a whole new one, the Shangri-La. Alright, Russia has some... Well, they've got one big battle cruiser, but even that isn't really all that great. France doesn't have much. Germany has almost nothing left. Although they are actually building a few battleships. And they also delightfully lied about their displacement right there. So, 2 new battleships. Very curious what sort of design they came up with. We'll have to see when that actually gets launched. But no one else actually built any sort of capital ships. Probably due to that treaty. We'll see what kind of stuff actually happens. But do I still need these older ships? I don't know. Emperor of India, Formidables. I don't think I need the tonnage. And look at that. I just have so much more capital ship tonnage than everybody else. I can just send them there and enforce a blockade whenever I want. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm going to pass on my 14-inch gun ships as well. And we will let those go. Actually, hold on for a moment. Okay, well, let's let them go. And farewell. Oh. Trying to preserve the Hannibal. Oh no, that was the wrong ones. Well, I'm fine with preserving the Hannibal. And that was a mistake. I should not have scrapped those ones. I was trying to scrap the 14-inch gun ships. How bad was it? Actually, not all that bad. They're not that heavy. So if I ditch the 14-inch gunships as well, I still have a huge amount of tonnage left. Let's see. So yeah, I am going to ditch those anyway. So we're going to scrap those. All right. No longer paying for maintenance on ships that we haven't been using for a long time. I'm not quite sure what to do with the Hercules. I want to see how her cost compares to the Camperdowns. Because unlike the Camperdowns, the Hercules is actually capable of effectively supporting an invasion. So I want to see how maintenance compares. Once they get back, we'll do a comparison and we'll decide which of those to keep. Okay, I still got repairs to do on these guys. Anything else? Let's see, foreign stations are all covered. I think that's it. Hang on. Yep, carriers are all good. Okay. Next turn. Glorious has finished her reconstruction. Good. All of our North American ships are back. Okay, so we're going to move those back to Northern Europe. Okay, and now we can do our decision. Camperdowns versus Hercules. So we'll throw those in mothballs. Okay, so 2 Camperdowns. Clocking in at 66 maintenance apiece. That is a total of 132 maintenance. The Hercules is 125. Let's see what she's got. Let's see, well, if we bulge her, that's -2 knots. Not too terribly bad. She's already got plenty of AA. And if we bulge her, that gives her the tonnage for a air support. That might actually be a good foreign station ship as well. Or a good invasion support ship. So the Camperdowns did very good service while we needed the Hercules and other capital ships overseas, but now I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to think about this. And it's not like they're very expensive anyway, so we're going to keep these 3 ships in mothballs, just in case. Okay, quick review of everything else. How's our Pandoras? Oh, I forgot to mothball those. Okay. So we're going to mothball our surviving Pandoras. Ooh boy, that did not go very well. And we'll have to figure out about some replacements. Do I build more heavy cruisers? Do I build more light cruisers? What condition are we at? And where do we go from here? All of those are properly well, almost all of them are properly mothballed. The Lances have made it back home, so we can mothball those. Our Wavenese have taken some pretty hefty losses there. We went from a class of over 30 to 17. So it is definitely time to start thinking about new destroyers. Oh boy. And we also have some foreign station ships. We gotta start filling in these foreign station requirements. All right, let's see. So first things first. Comus class. Let's see how much that covers. Oh. One more. And we're good. Still got 2 Comus classes in mothballs. Outstanding. I am quite happy with that. Okay, so we're going to have to think about what to spend our enormous new budget on. Obviously, carriers are a significant consideration. And we also need to start looking at replacement cruisers and replacement destroyers. I think our battleships are pretty well off for now. I don't particularly feel the need for anything new. Our Juggernauts are no longer challenged on the seas, and the Iron Dukes are still sufficiently modern to do their job just fine. So I'm going to think about that, and I'm going to call this episode to a close here. Until next time, Katori87, signing off.